And in part of introduction also of training and development is understanding the roles, competencies, and even different terms being used in training and development. So today we will be talking about the training professional. So it is hoped that siyempre mga magiging graduate kayo ng Human Resource Management and soon to be, you will be considered as HR professionals or people managers. Okay? And one of the function of Human Resource Management is training and development. So it is hoped that if you are part of the HR profession, you must at least have understanding and be able to prepare and conduct training and development for the people. Okay. So, minsan ang tawag sa inyo ay mga training professionals or talent developers, mga common name na binibigay. So, the training professionals, basahin natin itong unang bullet dito. Great organizations exist because of great people. Which is, if you are an HR student, you would agree with this statement. Diba? Agree tayo that kapag meron tayong mga great people, eventually, great organizations will be the result. And helping those people reach their potential is the work of talent development professionals. So, kayo yung magiging talent development professionals in the future. And also, these talent development professionals are committed in developing the knowledge, skills, and abilities of others that will help the organization achieve its strategic goals and objectives. Na-explain dun sa video discussion, in-upload ko that people can be a key differentiator, or if you provided training and development to your organization, it could result into competitive advantage. So nakakatulong yan to achieve its strategic goals and objectives. And sometimes these training professionals, they hold many titles. So tinatawag sila mga trainers, instructional designers, knowledge managers, coaches, subject matter experts, facilitators, talent developers. Their work is delivering greater impact than before. Kapag nabasa nyo na yung mga factors influencing workplace learning, na-explain doon kung bakit kailangan ang training and development para makapag-adjust ang organizations from these different factors affecting work and learning. Okay? So, the training professionals don't just provide training events. These individuals are being considered as learning facilitators, collaborators, and partners in helping others achieve their full potential. Happy ba kayo na, gusto niyo bang maging learning facilitators, collaborators, and partners in helping others achieve their full potential? Nakikita niyo ba yung sarili niyo na maging learning facilitators, collaborators, partners? Nakikita niyo ba? Narinig niyo ako? Hindi.
Man, sir.
Oh, okay, sige. Okay, we've been training ever since we were born. Tama o mali?
Yes,
Diba?
sir.
We've been training. May sinasamot yung sasarita ko. We've been training ever since we were born, di ba? Most of the things that you know today, merong nag-train sa'yo, correct? Most of the things
Yes,
na
sir.
alam mo ngayon, merong nag-train sa'yo. Okay. Most of the time, also meron din pagkakataon na you train your own self. Especially sa paggamit ng Microsoft Teams. Diba? Meron ba nagturo sa'yo? Minsan sa YouTube mo, nanonood ka ng tutorial lessons. Or meron din nagturo sa'yo na classmate mo. Okay. So, ibig sabihin yan, training have been part of our lives. Okay. Ever since we were born up to now, and even kahit sa entire lives natin, we will be receiving training. And also, meron din yung time na ikaw din ay nagbigay ng training. Ibig sabihin, you train also others, correct? Padasan nyo, ng training sa Balen.
Yes, sir.
Nga po hindi pa lang Joshua di bang mangnod ko. Awan sa amot ti participants, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Joshua, dati training mo, can you provide some examples in your own personal experience?
Ano, sir, kasi lately lang, di ba, kailangan with agaramid di audiovisual presentation, sir. So, kasi insurok mo kasano.
Mm.
Surok ka di ka group ko, sir, nakasano.
Mm.
Steps by steps, kasi, sir.
Very good. Well, that is already an example of providing training. Pero that is just one part of the process ng training. So, ibig sabihin yan, most of us here were trained and also being able to train others. So, training have been part of our lives. But ang focus naman ng training and development sa HR is nakapokus dun siya sa workplace lang naman ang focus. So, bakit ba tayo nag-training? Bakit may training? It is about change. We wanted to change something, we want to improve something, we wanted to transform something, we wanted to learn something. Diba? So that we could apply it in our lives, in your personal or even in your professional life. So always remember this. It's about changing, transforming for the better, and it's about learning para magkaroon ka ng additional skills para ma-enhance yung skills and knowledge mo to perform a certain activity or task. Okay? And sinasabi nila that one of the most exciting jobs anyone can have is having a role in training and development. So training and development is like teaching eh. Okay? So, di ba sinasabi nila that teaching is the noblest profession. Okay? Kasi nga you will be seeing changes, transformation sa buhay ng mga train mo. Although trainer's role has changed substantially, still nagbabago na, di ba? Noon, face-to-face, mostly na training. Eh ngayon, anong nangyayari? Virtual, wala masyadong interaction, physical interaction. Okay. But still, there are some principles and concepts na applicable even virtual na yung training. So, as a trainer, you will be impacting the work of many people. So, you will be working with supervisors, senior management, clients, vendors, and perhaps even working with your company's board of directors. And you will be meeting many people, developing broader picture of your organization's needs. Most of the time, you are good communicators, and since you are a trainer, people will listen to you. So, okay, pakibasa na lang mga ito, kasi masyadong oras. What are the different roles, competencies, and positions of training professional? So number one, we have here the analysis and assessment role. This includes researching, identifying analyzing the different training needs of people inside the organization, and evaluating, and also evaluator and requiring an understanding of the industry and the organization. So, yan, talagang kailangan mong i-analyze if a certain training will benefit the organization. You have to research what are the different training needs ng mga individuals inside the organization na makakatulong performance ng organization as a whole. So, meron din tinatawag na developmental roles wherein yung in-analyze mo, yung na-research mo, yung evaluate mo, the relevance of training. You will now be developing this into programs, into different materials. Okay? And of course, you must have an understanding of adult learning skills or adult learning principles. And you must know how to properly write. Kaya napaka-importante yung mga assignment niyo ngayon ng mga academic essays, mga research, yung mga presentations. Those are, those things will be valuable if you will be working in training. You will also be performing strategic roles. This will include, you will be dealing with managers, you will be negotiating with them, you will be presenting proposals with them. So you will also be an instructor or facilitator. And lastly, we have here the administrator role. Requires computer competence and skills in project and facilities management. Okay. Now let's look into competencies. Okay. Now, ito yung papakita ko sa inyo na competency model, okay, ng training and development. Okay, we focus on the ATD model by the Association for Talent and Development that is based in USA. This is the largest professional organization association for training and development professionals. So we have here the model. Ibig sabihin nito is this redefines the skills and knowledge required for trainers to be successful now and in the future. So we have here two competencies, foundational and the TD areas or training and development areas of expertise. So pag sinasabi natin foundational competencies, these are the knowledge, skills, abilities, and behaviors that are required for job success in most professional occupations. Ibig sabihin, even though you are not going to enter into training and development function or profession, you will still be needing this foundational competencies. So whatever occupations you will join into, you will enter into in the future, you need to be competent in these different foundational competencies, just like business skills, global mindset, industry knowledge, interpersonal skills, personal skills, and technology literacy. So we will not be discussing this. Papakita ko na lang sa inyo. Number one, business skills, global mindset, industry knowledge, interpersonal skills, personal skills, technology literacy. Okay, so those are the foundational competencies. But we will be focusing on the training and development areas of expertise. And talaga ito yung mga kailangan talaga ng mga training and development professionals. Ilan yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 areas of expertise. Though it would take years for you to develop this, pero as of now, makikita ninyo na kapag gusto mong maging training and development professional, you must at least decide now to practice or develop these different competencies. Number one, instructional design. Okay, as you can see in here, nakikita mo ngayon dito yung definition nito, but it's more on the designing and developing. If you remember the ADI model o yung training design process natin, di ba meron tayong 7 steps, dun sa ADI meron tayong 5 steps. So the first 3 steps will focus on instructional design. So ito yung mga different activities involved in this competency. Number 2, we have here training delivery. You must be able to deliver informal and formal learning solutions in a manner that is both engaging and effective. And these are the following activities, or you must practice to develop this training delivery competency. And number 3, learning technologies. You must be able to apply a variety of learning technologies to address specific learning needs. Hindi na kasi uso yung today, hindi na masyadong uso yung face-to-face, yung traditional learning method. Nasa classroom kayo, tapos the teacher will discuss. Hindi na ngayon yan. Ang training ngayon, gumagamit sila ng mga different technologies. If you happen to encounter yung mga virtual reality, simulation, the use of computers, okay, those technologies can aid now in training and learning needs. And of course, number 4, we have here the evaluating learning impact. So we focus now here in training evaluation. So kailangan ding ma-determine that yung mga training na binibigay ninyo are being carefully analyzed to measure the impact of these learning solutions. Okay, kaya nga dun sa chapter 1, na-discuss doon na one of the failures of training sometimes is because training being provided is not properly measured and analyzed if those trainings provided have created or elevated yung level of performance ng mga participants of that training. Next competency is managing learning programs. In here, training and development professionals will be able to provide leadership to execute properly the different strategies in trainings and even in the projects and activities that have been established and implemented by the organization. Competency is the integrated talent management. So it's all about building an organization's culture, capability and capacity and engagement through the different people development strategies. So one of the factors influencing workplace learning is integrated talent management. Diba nakalagay doon? Today, people would want to see training and development strategies being used inside the organization because this is one of the motivation of people in working inside the organization. We have to provide learning opportunities, career development, okay, and advancement of their knowledge and skills. Coaching, yes, ito na. Kasi dati-dati noon, walang ganitong type na nangyayari sa organization. Diba? Most of the time, bahala ka na sa trabaho mo, walang nag-coach sa'yo. Pero today, one of the factors, diba, influencing workplace learning is the need for coaches, for coaching and mentoring. So, importante itong coaching. Knowledge management, lalong-lalo na ngayon na organizations are relying now to knowledge workers. Na-explain na yan yung knowledge workers dun sa ating introduction. Change management, and lastly, performance management. Okay, hindi ko na masyadong explain, but we will be digging deeper in the discussion once we go on. Now, let's look into the average salaries for training professionals. As you can see in the diagram, mataas din ang sweldo ng mga training and development professionals. Diba? Ito sa US to, year 2008, but for now, baka tumas pa yan. Okay. So here in the Philippines, let's try to see what's the average salary for training professionals. And as you can see in the diagram or in the graph, medyo mataas din ang sweldo ng training and development professionals para maengganyo kayo na maging training and development professionals. Okay, nakikita na ninyo dito, kapag meron kang 1 to 4 years experience as training and development manager, wow, ang annual salary, you will be receiving this is now a combination of compensation, bonuses and overtime, and even tips. So 500,000 a year. Okay na ba yan? 500,000 a year? Okay na yan. Pero kapag ikaw naman ay mid-career na, ibig sabihin you now have 5 to 9 years experience, 750K. Now, kapag merong more than 10 years na, umaabot na ng more than 1 million. Diba? Where in fact, in 2013, when Job Street conducted a survey of the top 10 best paying jobs in the Philippines, okay, training and development is number 7. Kita mo dito, training and development is number 7. HR is number 9. 2013 to Even up to now, there is a great demand for training and development professionals. So, kung ako sa inyo, mag-decide na kayo ngayon na ito yung i-target ninyo na area ng human resource management to focus on. Kasi mataas ang pasweldo dito. Kasi minsan binibigyan ka ng mga policy, mga tips. Who provides training? Sino nagpo-provide ng training? Okay. So we have here in most companies, training and development activities are provided by trainers, managers, in-house consultants, employee experts. Yan, yung organization mismo. But, okay, if there are no experts available inside the organization, you will, or the company would outsource. The company would outsource yung kanilang training. So, alam niyo naman yung outsourcing, di ba? So, instead of the company, you will be inviting training providers outside the company. This includes college and universities, community, junior colleges, technical and vocational institutions, product suppliers, consultants, consulting firms, union trades, and professional organizations and government organizations. Okay? Who is in charge of training? Kapag yung talagang in charge yan is the HR department. Okay? Training and development is the responsibility of professionals in human resources, HRD, or OD. Pero minsan kapag maliit yung company, hindi. Nag-hire na lang sila ng outside, na-outsource na lang. Okay. And we also have here, companies may also have inter-function departments called the HR, wherein they will be the one who will be in charge of training. In small companies, it is the responsibility of the founder and all the employees. Correct. Okay. Parang added responsibility na yan sa founder and even some of the senior employees. So pag nag-grow naman yung organization to 100 employees, so yun na, meron ka ng sariling HR unit, HR department, and most of the time na kapag thousands na yung empleyado, meron na silang sariling training department, T&D unit, training and development section, okay? So keep in mind that regardless of what individual, department, or function, okay, kailangan talaga ang training development to be successful. So employees, managers, training professionals, and top managers all have to take ownership for training. Okay? So kahit na sinasabi natin na talaga namang ang training ay formal responsibility ng HR yan, but employees at all levels of the company play a role in the success of training. Okay? And also, the reporting relationship between the HR management and training function varies across companies. Yung sinabi ko, mag-iba tayo, especially dun sa size and nature of operation. Traffic. Yung sinabi ko kanina, other companies, meron silang separate training department or unit because it allows training function to be decentralized to better respond to unique needs in different business units. So, ang layong sinasabi dito, yung training ay hindi lang event. Hindi ka lang nagpa-training kasi it's a good thing too, but you have to make it sure that the different training you are providing to your employees, to your people, para ma-meet yung business objectives. Okay? Kaya minsan hindi nag-provide ng training ang mga organization because they cannot see the impact of the training, the achievement of the business goals. So, as training and development professional, you have to make it sure that the training program that you are providing, that you are proposing, would meet the business objectives ng organization. Okay, and lastly, we have to discuss now the different names for training professionals. So training professionals are being called as facilitators, Ano ibig sabihin niyan? They make sure that learners takes an active role in learning, and sometimes the term is being interchangeable with trainers. Acceptable naman itong dalawang to. Facilitators, trainers, they are learning catalysts that help adults learn new skills and obtain knowledge, and their role is interchangeable with facilitators. Talent developer is the new name bestowed upon training professionals. Okay? Presenters, hindi. Magkaiba yung presenters sa training professionals. Kasi pag presenter, you are just delivering speeches. Okay, so there is a minimal amount of emphasis on two-way communication. Instructors, hindi rin ginagamit yan. But pag instructor kasi, teachers typically found in academia, in higher institution. Or pwede rin yung mga sa sports or some technical jobs. Teachers, iba rin. Kasi ang teachers kasi is ginagamit niyan to instruct children and focus on pedagogy. Okay? And what are the terms naman for individuals who receive training? So learners is a neutral term. Okay yan. That can be used for anyone getting information. Participant, ito yung talagang pinaka-common na ginagamit ng facilitators and trainers to refer to anyone in a learning or training session. So learners. Trainee, okay din yan, pero minsan ang connotation kasi pag trainee is fresh graduate ka pala, wala ka pa masyadong experiences. So, mas prefer talaga na gamitin yung learner or participant. Kasi imagine mo kapag yung merong 10 years experience, 15 years work experience, at tawagin mo siyang trainee, parang hindi akma, hindi masyadong professional. Okay? Especially yung student, huwag mong gamitin yung word na student, especially kapag nasa workplace ka. So in this subject, we will use the terms facilitator, trainer, talent development professional. And those are being in yung mga gagamitin term for T&D professionals. And for our participants naman, for the adults who are learning, we will be using learner or participant. The activities that occurs between the facilitator and the learner, we have here facilitating, may be interchanged with the term training. It refers to taking less of a leading role and being more of a catalyst of learning. Training is activity conducted by adults who are learning new skills, especially on hands-on practice. Instructing, ito naman yung allowing participants to generalize beyond what is been taught. It involves minimal hands-on practice but sounds too much like a college class to me. Yes, katulad ng ginagawa ko ngayon, this is instructing. Instruction. Okay. But when I allow you to, when I give you activities, okay, those are already facilitating. So it's a combination of instructing and facilitating. Teaching and educating means imparting knowledge in broader context with delayed implementation. So yan, katulad ng ginagawa natin ngayon, is teaching and educating. So again, in this subject, in the field of training and development, we will be using facilitating because it implies that we are enabling learners, okay, rather than just giving them information. Okay, key results of training. So, yung sinabi ko nga kanina, meron tayong training because number one of the reasons is to learn. So, learning. Okay, it's about learning. Learning is gaining knowledge and skills to make changes, okay, in your level of performance kapag nasa workplace. And also, training involves also acquiring knowledge, gaining cognitive competence and information assimilation. Skill development, pag nag-training tayo, hindi lang knowledge, you also develop skills, especially if there will be hands-on practices, hands-on experiences in the training. Attitude also, the willingness to change based on the new knowledge being provided or imparted sa inyo. And of course, pag pinag-combine mo yung learning, knowledge, to development attitude, we wanted to enhance your level of performance. Okay, so that's it. That's the presentation on the training professional. So looking into what we have discussed already dun sa ating slides and discussion, let me ask you this question. Can you now please open your mics? Are you still there? Hello guys? Diyan pa kayo?
Yes.
Sir.
Sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ito yung tanong ko ngayon. So, you want to become a trainer, a talent development professional,